Hello, my name's Bobby Randall. I'm from Alpharetta, Georgia, a little north of Atlanta. And I tell you, when we're introduced to this products because of my older son. His name is Robbie, and Robbie was born with eczema. And they really kept telling us that he was going to outgrow it. But what happened for Robbie, when he hit puberty, it actually manifested all over his body. He was covered from head to toe. He began to scratch 24 hours a day with no relief. We went back to the medical field, and the only thing their solution was steroids. The only thing they could find. They actually put him on a steroid treatment for a year and a half, and as it went, the steroids quit working. His body rejected him after a year and a half, and they came back with a vengeance. He looked, not only was he had open wounds all over his body, but he also looked like he was sunburned. He was covered with flaking skin, and with no relief, he scratched 24 hours a day. We started looking for other solutions. We went to naturopaths, we went to alternative doctors, we went to homeopathic doctors. They started recommending putting him on supplements. They started sending him to cleanses. They started recommending diets. And I tell you, he did this for years. But about 3.5 years before we were introduced to these products, my son was actually taking over 23 supplements 3 times a day, from all kinds of oils and juices and vitamins and drops. He was going for colonics, light treatments, foot detoxins, organ cleanses, a thing called NATE treatment. And he was also eating a very strict diet, which was gluten-free, dairy-free, sugar-free, and total organic. And nothing was working. At the end of the day, my son still scratched 24 hours a day, to the point he'd wake up with blood on his sheets every morning. And we were our wits' end. By now, he's 22 years old. And we thought that was the way he was going to live the rest of his life, when a total stranger actually introduced us to this. And we started consuming these as a family. But for Robbie, 2 weeks on the products, he was in a ministry program. He called us one day. He said, I was laying in bed last night, and I began to cry. He said, it was the first time since I was a little boy that I actually felt comfortable in my own skin. And I tell you, as a father, those words were impactful. So I knew we were on the right trail. And you really couldn't see anything for about 90 days. And all those open wounds that Robbie had started dissipating. And I watched my son just get better and better and better. And 6 months on these products, my son looked like a normal person. It was the first time I could touch or hug him since he was a little boy that he didn't flinch away in pain. And I tell you what, we will always be grateful for these products.